as you know that we are continuing to do our series about marching towards your success, and it's going to be a great time as we're going into the next two phases, which is about finding a mentor and your surroundings and your interactions. And Cheryl, would you be able to give the people the telephone number for them to call in?
Sure, you can call us at 347-996-3160. 347-996-3160.
And if you haven't already done so, you have the ability and you are on Facebook. Please take the opportunity to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/, the couple motivators. Again, that is facebook.com/, the couple motivators. So without further ado, we'll jump right into it. We're at part three, but we're at way number 5, and which is finding a mentor. And it's been said over time that once the student is ready, the mentor appears. So when you're moving towards different levels of success, or even seeing yourself to be successful in many different aspects of your life, you should always take the opportunity to find someone who has already treaded the ground that you're about to walk upon. It's easier to glean information and to get some tutelage under someone who's already done certain things that you wish to do. And instead of just trying to always reinvent the wheel, it's always good to find someone who can steady the path. And also during those times of mentorships, it may be rough, it may be hard, but at the same time, by going through that time, it actually makes you stronger. Cheryl, you have anything to add?
Oh, I think you did a great job. Leadership is needful for mentorship to be there in order for you to lead. You have to be led by someone to find that in any area you want to do, or any type of vocation or anything you would like to do. You should get a mentor in that, so that way you can perfect your craft. And also through learning through other people is the way to doing anything. Just like in if you go and get your master's in something, you have to do some type of practicum or some type of thing to stay underneath someone for tutelage in order for that thing to go through. Like in my practice, I had to go through something called practicum, where I had to be in an internship for over a year in order to do that. And Greg had to do something for over a year in order to become a teacher. So you have to be able to be, and you have to be teachable when you become under a mentor, because sometimes we can go in, if you have to have, your ego has to digress in order for you to learn. You have to be open to learn when you become to have a mentor in your life.
And one of the things that I've learned over time, and I believe that we have both learned over time, is that you have different mentors for different things. Just because you have a mentor who may be strategizing and focusing you upon your particular purpose or your particular passion, there's other mentors that you'll definitely need in your life as advisors, as in information that you can grow from. One of the things I understood is that some of the mentors that I've had previously in my life, I've not only had spiritual mentors, but I have financial mentors. I even realized, even when I was young, I had people who were probably the universe sent into my life that kind of helped catalyze certain things within my being that I benefit from to this very day. And so one of the things that you have to understand, don't just look for a particular mentor saying, okay, I'm looking for this one person and this one person is going to teach me all. No. Any wise man understands that they go to seek out different information, different viable experiences to allow yourself to grow. You have anything to add to that, Cheryl?
Oh, that's great. I agree.
Okay. I mean, we do you have any other experience based on the different mentors that were in your life, other than going through practicum and things of that nature, things that you went through in your life?
Well, of course, I had a lot of mentors in regards. That's what I said, it was spiritually. We've been married for certain time, so we've been through a lot of mentorship in regards to even being a mother. When you first time mother, um, having a mentor walking us through why the baby's crying. You don't know why the baby's crying. You don't know what to do as first time mothers. I had to walk through that and have a mentorship. I had a lot of mentors when uh, being a first time mom, then being a first time mom of a boy, being a first time mom of a girl, totally different type of thing. And then when you have 3 children, how do you how do you navigate that? In walking into some type of business, you need a mentor. And I didn't have a mentor starting off as being an entrepreneur. And a lot of times, I really wish I would have had a mentor being an entrepreneur so young, um, because there are certain things you go down the road in doing that you make mistakes. However, those mistakes now I know I can tell someone else, don't do that, but do this. And that's where the mentorship comes in at, and it's very valuable to all those who do not have one. I would implore you to get one.
And one of the things that, before we move on to the next point, one of the things that you must understand is that your mentor is not your cheerleader. I'm going to say this again. A mentor, once you find an established mentor in your life, or the different aspects of your life, which means you'll have different mentors for different parts of what makes you the whole person of you, they're not your cheerleader. They're not there just to pat you on your back. They're not there just to say, with pom poms in the air, just to make sure that you're doing it. If anything, your mentor is the person who's probably going to challenge you the most. That person is going to push you towards your destiny if you really want that particular destiny. And I've noticed that when people, I've heard stories like when you hear of a Sean Puffy Combs. He started as an intern. That means he went through a season of trial and error. He went through a season where, him being at Uptown Records, someone was there, Andre Harrell, who literally saw that there was talent in him, but before he can sit down and start thinking about producing and signing artists and things of that nature, he had to go through the rung of probably going to getting the coffee, running around and picking up the dry cleaning, figuring out those long nights where you just, figuring out people's travel plans for, regardless if it's a show or a business event or whatever have you. And during those times of mentorship that he went through, intense mentorship, has shaped him into the 100 millionaire that he is today. So even without that, people would say that, he's successful because he's lucky. He's successful because he was connected with the right people. Yeah, you can still be connected or be around the same circles. But if you don't take advantage of the system that's around you, and on top of that, if you're not, as Cheryl stated earlier, if you're not teachable, if you're not reachable, if you're not someone who's saying that, I'm willing to put in the time, put in the exercise, put in whatever for me to accomplish the particular goal that I'm looking to accomplish, then that is what that mentor is there for. And that's what you have to do in order to be successful. See, we can look at the trappings of things, and we can look and feel and state that, I desire this and I desire that. But without that buffer, without that foundation of saying, you've had someone who pretty much have, pushed your buttons, push you towards certain things that you may not have readily known that you can do. That's what a mentor is there for. And I know, as Cheryl stated, she may not have had a mentor as when she first began her business and began that particular part of her as an entrepreneur. But over the years, I would say the learning experiences, because I don't look at anything as really true mistakes or failures. Those mistakes are coming as learning experiences for you to learn. There have been days when, maybe Cheryl didn't receive the funds, or there were times when I was in business and you installed something and all of a sudden didn't realize you got paid for it, but you did the work, and all those little nuances that come into play. And then you have someone to fall back on to say, why did this occur? Why did this happen? Why is this going on? What is the situations? What is it that I'm truly am supposed to learn from these different types of experiences? And those who truly fail end up taking those experiences, encompassing them, and don't move forward. And usually your mentor is probably going to be the person behind you who's going to probably be the bane of your existence for a time, because they understand if you really wish to be great, if you really wish to, as we talk about, marching towards your success, then what are you willing to do? What are you willing to emulate? Not really so much copy, because you can emulate your mentor and then figure out where your path is without just becoming a copy. And Cheryl,